Hello, everybody, and welcome to Haus. I'm Rob, he's Connor, and we're back to talk about something interesting, Connor, in terms of why is there not a Pokemon party game, a Mario Party styled game for Pokemon? Do you maybe want to fill them in before we really dive into this on kind of what this was born from, the conversation about Champions and Stadium?
Yeah, so, Rob and I are excited as anyone else about all of the upcoming Pokemon games from this next year. ZA, Gen 10, Pokemon Champions, all that news is great. But Rob and I have been, both really wanted a game like Pokemon Stadium 3. And the reason we want a game like that, honestly, I think between Rob and I both, is because of the mini games.
Yes.
There's something so quirky about being able to load into the Pokemon universe in that engine and just play, whether it's the old Lickitung games, like the digging games, the Magikarp bouncing up and hitting the target. There's so many classic Pokemon Stadium mini games, and we just want to see more of that. And I think that we're both a little worried that Pokemon Champions, being a pure battler, isn't going to have that kind of fun element to it, and it's not going to be able to fill the hole in our hearts that Pokemon Stadium has left. And so the idea became, thrown out there. Why don't we get a Pokemon version of Mario Party? Why does that not exist? And if it were to exist, what would it look like? So that's kind of what we want to break down today, just kind of our hopes and dreams for this. With the Switch 2 coming out, I feel like there are so many possibilities for there to be new iterations, new IPs coming out within Pokemon, maybe even some things that haven't been announced so far. So, especially with the updated graphics, everything that the Switch 2 is going to be able to do, it just seems like a lot of pieces, Rob, are falling together for there to be a game like this. I don't know what you think, but I would love a game like this, a Pokemon Party kind of game.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I mean, their party games are huge right now, right? You even have like the Jackbox party games that have taken off and gone crazy. If you remember, even in Pokemon Stadium 2, and you guys will be able to see we've got some older Nintendo of America Mario Party stuff going on. I believe this is Mario Party Superstars, if I remember correctly, just so you guys have something else to do other than just watch our faces. But yeah, I mean, party games are all the rage, and Mario Party Jamboree came out. People loved it. There's a new Switch 2 version of it that's going to have connectivity with your mic, with your camera now as well. And I feel like Pokemon would be a really easy way for them to do this. I mean, even just take I believe it's, oh gosh, I want to say it's 16 or so mini games, maybe 16 to 20 that you had in Stadium 1 and 2. Just combine them, remaster them a little bit, put them in something new. And then, I mean, a lot of Mario Party games, launch with 50, 60 plus games. And they can even copy some of the formulas that they have in Mario Party and do it. And it's normally, I feel like Nintendo would be worried that there would be some cannibalization, but I think it would be worth it. I think they'd have a hit on their hands, to be honest with you. I know that I would play the crap out of it. My friends and family would too. We play a lot of Mario Party as a group, pretty significant times, together, where we're getting together for whatever, I don't know, gathering, whether it's a birthday or just to hang out, and we'll have Mario Party up there. It's pretty easy to play and fun, and I just feel like, especially with Pokemon, it would allow them to explore so much. You have 1,000+ different Pokemon. What I loved was some of the games the Scyther and the Pinsir one, where you're having to cut the logs at the perfect time. Oh, it was so good. Even the I think some of the Switch 2 ones were great, where you had to catch the eggs as Chansey. I was always trying to get 100% on those, Connor, as well. And there's just so many more options now to do it. I'm really surprised, because like you said, Champions is probably just going to be battles. And so if you're going to separate that, then that means it's time that you could separate it for mini games too.
Yeah, and I think kind of to continue kind of the nuts and bolts of what this would look like, I think we could, mini games, I think you've covered really well, right? I think you remaster the old ones. There's beauty and simplicity. You keep these games really simple, and it's the exact same mechanic as Mario Party, where when you win a game, you get a certain amount of currency. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's gold, maybe it's something else. And the maps could just be towns, or they could be awesome regions, or routes, or famous Pokemon locations. So imagine if there, or even a simplified version of, like I said, a whole region. So maybe Kanto is a map, and you start, the starting position is Pallet Town. and you progress through little iterations of the map, and maybe there's like instances in the map that could mimic Pokemon events. So like to get through one passageway, you have to wake up a sleeping Snorlax, or you have to acquire Cut to get through some bushes in one part of the map, right? Like you could do all these homages to Pokemon within this Mario Party. It would look like a game board and all that. And your shop people, I mean, you could either get traditional items, or maybe like even TMs are your items in the game. And you teach your Pokemon things. Maybe instead of getting stars, you get like gym badges. There's all of these crossovers you could do, right? That makes so much sense. But to your point about cannibalization, Rob, I think that probably is the chief concern here. But if you were to just stagger releases between Mario Party and Pokemon Party and kind of have it be a reoccurring IP, I think it would do well, just flat out. I don't see how it couldn't do well, honestly.
Oh my gosh, dude, you just sparked a huge thought in my brain of what if it's that you gotta go through the gym badges, like you said.
Yeah.
You have a gym at the end of each one, regardless of where you're playing, right? And it's like what if they brought in like a traditional battle system from Pokemon as well? And the whole time what you're earning through your mini games is better stats and stuff for your team, like you're catching Pokemon or something like that. That would be awesome. This would be so much fun.
Because it could be such that like you're either a trainer running around the map and you have a Pokemon party that like there's different things on the map where you can acquire new Pokemon, or like through mini games like you're saying, or you are literally just a Pokemon running around and you just battle one-on-one battles kind of thing. But you can also like acquire teammates. That would almost make it like mystery dungeons in a way, where you like have your little squad that you're doing things with.
I mean, they have that in Mario Party where you get teammates now too. So
totally, it's already there. We could dream about this all day, right? You could have a PvE mode where it's like you and your friends play against like the game. So you're all Pokemon.
So you have
on
raids
the board.
Like they have now, where it's 4v1.
Yeah, and like you could all battle against the gym leaders together as you're each leveling up your own Pokemon. There's just a lot. There's so much here, Rob.
This is a great idea. Pokemon, Nintendo, if you guys want to talk, like, we are happy to have this conversation with you guys, because this would be... And the funny thing is, Connor, I'm just going to put this out there too. We were trying to think, we're like, what are we going to talk about today? This is a great idea. Like, not patting ourselves on the back too much, but like, I feel like I would play... Oh, dude, I'd have so much fun playing a game like this. And there's just so many different ways they could go. And like you said, they can stagger releases. I mean, you get a new Mario Party every couple of years, I would say, realistically. So like, you kind of just put a Pokemon one in the middle there. And to kind of talk maybe a little bit more about the bigger picture real quick too, like, Pokemon has been very consistent in their spin-off games, kind of taking from other things, right? To a certain degree, right? Where you have Pokemon Unite that is a MOBA, similar to, League of Legends or Dota, right? And I feel like, even card games, right, to a certain degree. I know they have their own card game, but some of the things that you see in some of these new ones, like, Marvel Snap, I think really led the way for Pokemon TCG Pocket in the battling form that you have on there. Like, I don't know, like, I guess not only can they grab from stuff, but Pokemon also has been really kind of working their way into other areas, right? Been willing to expand and try new things. Legends, we've gotten Legends out of them being more willing to actually go out and do things. So, it feels like it's time for something new. I don't know if we're ever going to get Stadium 3, especially with Champions, coming out here relatively soon, I would think. But it feels like it's time. We got new Pokemon Snap recently. We haven't gotten a new Mystery Dungeon game. They remade the original ones back in 2020. That was the last time we got anything for that game, or for that series as well. Like, it feels like it is quite time for something new. And I know we're getting a new Legends game. We've gotten 2 in the last 4 years. Totally understand that. But Pokemon likes to put out new, different things. And I think with the 30th anniversary coming up, Connor, this would be a really good opportunity for them to, make their mark and get something done.
Yeah, and I think games like this are important because you just need to offer your players different, ways to enjoy kind of your IP. I hate the word IP, but your product in different scenarios and different settings. and this is such a good, wholesome, family-friendly way to do so. Not that, I mean, I think the Pokemon fan base is aging. So I mean, you have like fans like you and I that are in our 30s that have loved Pokemon forever, but it really is always going to be about the kids, growing up with Pokemon and making sure that can continue to happen.
Yep.
And a game like a Pokemon Party, Mario Party clone would do a really good job to accomplish that goal. So it just seems like it, based on our conversation here, it would just check so many boxes for what Pokemon is trying to do as a company to grow. It would sure be a lot of fun to play as well. I think we can, in 10 minutes of just kind of quickly coming up with ideas, I think have a pretty solid foundation for a game, or at least some iterations they could build upon. So it's not like it's that complicated. The road has already been paved. So now it's just about how many different directions will Pokemon go down as a franchise as they continue to make more spin-off games and stay creative and stay agile, all that good stuff. Certainly a lot of questions, but Rob, I think this is just, at the end of the day, this feels like a good idea. This feels like something that would be fun to play, would sell well, would market well, all those things. So your move, Pokemon. Your move.
Yeah, you guys should, if you guys like this idea as well, like, let the world know. I mean, we're definitely going to be putting this out there as well. I think that there's a lot of good framework that not even like we're coming up with now that people could come up with who are in this industry. And let's be real here, they could very easily release one with each generation and make that kind of a thing. They love to go Gen 1. They love to start things with Gen 1. They love to put Gen 1 out there, right? We didn't get a new Let's Go in a very long time, or we haven't gotten one, I should say. So, they could, do where it's Pokemon Party, Red, Blue, and Yellow, and it's just Gen 1 Pokemon. You're set in the Gen 1 world, and then, each iteration is just a new one. And I mean, it would take them, it would take them 20 years probably to catch up with the current rate that Pokemon is going. Even if they were to release one of these like every other year, every couple years. So, I love it. I think it would be super fun. I really would enjoy it. Do you have any final thoughts for us before I take us on out on this idea video, this theory video?
Yeah, none from me. I just Pokemon make the game. It would be amazing. So do it, please. Yeah,
that would be awesome. And if you already have it working on, I promise we are not a part of the Terra leaks. We did not go and look through your files. So was not us, I swear. But that would be really cool if you guys were making this. So that is going to wrap it up for us on this one though, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.